Hello everybody, welcome to Disturbed. This is another game I think I played way long ago. Actually, I can go find out real quick. I have a plan for this video, and that is to try and get every single ending on this free game on Steam that was released a while ago. I'm going to figure out when I recorded this, because I know I uploaded a video for this a while ago. I did, back in September 27, 2017 again. I made another video. I don't know what this game's about. I don't plan on using a guide because I plan on getting every ending, even though I already got like 10, apparently. Another dull page passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt. Your cow is sick. I'm so glad that my game capture is not capturing the game like it's supposed to. Thank you. Let me try and fix that. I hope something happens. I don't know what. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return how they were before. I don't know. You made up your mind. You're going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. I'm going to go to the crops. A path divides the crops. Labored, prospered, past months. A penetrating odor reminds you of that your plants are decaying away, anytime running short. I'm going to follow the path. You continue down the path for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Continue down the path. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Continue on. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge nearby the path. There's a small shack similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives there here is a kind fellow, what you recall. Maybe he is home. Cross the bridge. You cross the bridge safely. After all that has happened, you feel as though you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Pick at the grass. As you pick at the grass blades you reach, the ground begins to shake before you can get it. The roots from below the sprout of the ground wrap around your legs. You turn around and see a large, angry face looking at you. Your jaw drops in order. No sound or screaming escapes your tongue as they tighten the grip of the roots. Your adventure ends here. Nice! Good to know. Your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. Your mind wanders. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling that then overcomes you. Realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. Wake up and jump to your feet, looking at, about yourself and your surroundings. You seem well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like a logical option. Oh no, I gotta go left. After continuing down the path, sometime you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up towards the nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you'd probably have never noticed it. Continue the path. That's just what I'm doing. You walk for some time, finding an endless field of grass. There's a stone well near the path. Just continue on. I just want to go. Walking over the hill of grass and grain, you reach the walls of the Airmore. Several times a year, you come here to trade goods from your farm. Discover a plague that has spread to your farm has also spread all the way here. The path before you is overrun with blight. Continue across. You've come a long way and you don't desire to turn back now. March forward. Before you can realize it, you sink completely into the soil. Darkness consumes you. Your lungs struggle for air. Your body burns in pain as you suffocate and die. Your adventure ends here. Nice! I'm going to do everything in the farm real quick, I guess. That's what I'll do. I'll go to the shed. You attempt to open the shed, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Go in the house. You enter the house, you feel stumbling uneasiness as if growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps it may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish your problems. I'm going to lay in bed. You lay in bed and fall asleep as the light sound of wind blowing against outside the grass. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything out. An image appears before you, a stone glowing as if we're alive. The chants get louder and the vision is near you. You reach towards the stone in your hand as your fingers make contact. A clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothes and skin start to flake away like dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life out from your body. You feel pain you've never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself lying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. Another day as usual, the crops are growing with good health. Bethany is doing quite well, never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I'll be able to invest in more animal farm. Today is an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but take my equipment while I put a lock on the door and hit the key. Nobody will get into my stuff again. The smell I never came across before. I step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should take a trip to the city and see what it's all about. Okay, so basically, no idea where our key is, and no idea what we're doing. So we're going to go to the pen. Toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pen. The poor cow lies lifeless on the ground as growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach. You stand here especially as you stare at the back of the mushrooms at the door. Grab a mushroom. You kneel and grab a mushroom. As it begins to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores sprays in them. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly your body fails. You die eventually after crawling to your end. The adventure ends here. And then I'm going to go into the cave, probably die. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing through the rocks. The temperature is significantly cool as you enter the cave. You notice that there's a different smell, but you welcome when comparing to the deathly belt. Go further to the cave. Before you take the next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake. Even thinking about something helpful can be in here. Fight off the bear. You stand your ground. The numerous rocks. You grab and throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after another, you throw a rock as you can. The bear charges at you. You bend over and grab another rock, tackle you to the ground. The bear bites your neck. Your body goes limp. Your adventure ends here. Okay, let's investigate the wagon. With fun bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene, you notice a key on the ground to search. Pick up the key and continue on your way. No, go back. That's the key to the That's the key to the shed, right? Knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if nowhere else. You remember picking up a key from the wagon. You use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You're overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. You get the book and start flipping through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading the page, you can't. Today's training went smoothly, thank goodness. I was thrown most of about, however. One of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day, apparently there was a pond nearby that had some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I got caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has ever been able to catch any from there. I guess their typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about that then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past few weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I have lost nearly everything I own. This is supposed to be to the extremes, but it can't be helped now. I'm leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave when they can. You can't find the name to give this man, but regardless of the name you got, chills running on your spine. Open the trapdoor. So the trapdoor, notice the lock is being closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downwards. There's a dead person here. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a fierce cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. You there, let me out. The pressure of such a man makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. You got locked up to begin with. You'll never believe me if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Free the woman. You push the woman and unlock the shackles and bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength and starts to stand on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. I will now do you a favor. You seem to be the face of a helpless woman disappears. A horrible image. Feel a chilling bone hand on your arm. Energy flees your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip before you go to the black. Unfortunately, your journal ends here. Or your journey ends here. Sword. Following the subtle trail is a grave. Inspect the grave. You approach the grave, you look forward to the sword. Before you touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword, may I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here, the pain of my past. If you desire the sword, free me from it. Silly bush. Fool! Only something of pure essence could free me. A rare hope, like a flower. Madness. Grab the sword. You reach for the sword before you know it. You lay your finger. Grabs your arm. A sharp pain flows your body. You die instantly. I'll worry about the flower in a second. Pause to see there's a lake nearby. The trail continues on to the right. Inspect the lake. You step near the lake and look down into it. Resting on the water is an orb of some sort sitting at the bottom of the lake. There's something strange about it, as if it were calling to you. Dive in! Go full throttle! Go in! You close your eyes and jump into the lake. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start to make your way towards it. A large fish comes into view and it closely notices his mouth stretched open. You try to leap to the surface and the fish catches you. You quickly find yourself helpless to the creature. You die a painful death, kneeling the path. A faint trail comes to an end. There was a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. Inspect the large pillars. You stand before stone large pillars that are arranged in the shape of a circle. The center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slaughter hole. No doubt about it. Something is meant to be here. Seeing you can't do anything, you head back. Okay. Fine. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off the distance. Is that a unicorn? As if a trick upon your eyes, you see a unicorn run across the field. It disappears out of sight before you can do anything. Surely the unique power of a unicorn could help you with your quest, but there clearly is something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. And then there's a well. Let's inspect the well. You peer down at the well. Other than the evident water from the bottom, there is a coin resting against the wall. But if possible, you feel like you should go down and take the coin. Grab the coin. You lean over the edge of the well. If there is no possible way you can obtain the coin by reaching for it. With this in mind, you turn to climb down the well. Take a few successful steps down, but your luck runs out. You misplace your foot and you fall. Tumbling about, your body clashes against the stone wall with a single knock to your head. You lose all consciousness by accident. The splash, you fall into the water. Your body sinks effortlessly as you drown without realizing your adventure ends here. Then go right. Reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures the passage of the area to the wall of the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved in it. I will go to the gate. Approach the gate cautiously. Enter. Standing before you, the tower, your heart begins to sink. There is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. There's a fountain before you with statues to your right and left. Oh my god, how much stuff is there to do here? I'll enter the tower. You press the door. As you reach the door, the invisible air stops you. There must be some sort of magic. The water is black and smells burns in your breath. You feel a slight pull towards the fountain as if it were calling for something. You see a statue of the angel that has been consumed by vines of the thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand and the other one is pointed towards the sky. You feel best to leave the statue alone. Before you stands an old angel statue that is broken in many areas, with one hand of the angel holding some sort of bowl while the other hand is hovering over the bowl. You'll notice that there is only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. I feel like you should keep your distance, observe the angel. There's nothing there for me. Also of interest, there's a tree. Yeah. You approach the tree and notice that I'm gonna save. I quick save? That's not what I wanted. I wanted to like actual save. You look to see something shiny in the hole. In the metal feeling around your hand, you feel 3 knobs. One to the right, one to the center. Press the knobs. Wait for a moment, but nothing happens. Some sort of combination. Okay, leave the tree for now. Left, right, which I don't... Oh, that's what the 2 fingers mean. Okay, I see. Something like that. You hear a rumbling of the rocks as the ground starts to shift underneath of you. I'm gonna save. Because I don't think I've ever gotten this far. Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. The hole above you seals, trapping you underground. You find yourself with no evident way out of the... but the path before you in the darkness. You're the only choices to move forward. Which path do you do? Well, I'm going to go right, and I'm going to go right to get the other thing. Enlarged mushroom sitting in the front. What do you do? I'm going to investigate the mushroom. You walk towards the mushroom as if there was something more to what meets the eye. Walking forward, you take a step into the water. In dismay, your foot hits no bottom. You fall in! You reach to grab and hold the edge of the surface, but your body freezes stiff. Lose sight completely as the chilling water sends your body into shock. Without any sense of touch and warmth, your lifeless body sinks to the darkness. Your adventure ends here. Nice! Ooh! You make your way forward. You discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake, with debris scattered around the surrounding area. I want to investigate the ship. You cautiously walk towards the ship. The air is chiller, and you fear it won't be a good idea to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by a trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. Move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take is as heavy as wood cracking beneath your feet. You feel the ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce against the structure of the ship. From one room to another, you come to discover the kitchen. Although there is nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it. You pull out one after another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads the air. Checking underneath you discover a rusty knife resting on the floor. You should find that there is plenty hardened rat droppings dotting the edge of the wall. You take the knife in the hopes that it will defend you. You see a lone pot resting upon the dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash fills the chamber. Close the oven door. Continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing but use. Let me save back here. You make your way back out to continue your search. You can find nothing but empty rooms left in nothing but darkest solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided. You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have left alone in this room. Before you rest an old and wooden desk with papers assuming the belongings of the captain. There's a small bed near the corner of the room. Some chairs on the other side. You have a feeling deep down that you shouldn't take anything other than the lamp and other objects that these small snacks of paper. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the papers. Peering about the pages of collected documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes of diary entries. You pick a few to begin to read. Day 7 of the voyage began. I'm kind of not interested. Day 66. It's been 2 months about the sea. We've yet to discover anything new. We've suffered through many storms, and sickness has plagued the ship recently. Several of our favored crew have passed the next life. The sea growing down in the eyes of the laborers. It's come roughly 3 months, and the endless blue, with much pain, we have turned around. Yes, we are heading for home port. We have just enough food to make it back. I just hope we have a smooth journey back. Here's the crew of low and bitter at the failure. That's the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone is being split into groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find a more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. Seeing there's a little left for you to see, you take your leave. The wood under your feet cracks as you exit the vessel. So there is nothing here but that knife, which might be coming handy at some point soon. Go left. Move forward to the darkness. Okay, did we just reset? Are we back at the start now? What in the world? I feel like we are. Oh, no. Go forward. You cautiously step forward to the darkness. Divide. What do? Go right. Shooting behind you. Oh my god. An eye appears before you as the gaze of the darkness. Oh! Before you can do anything, the tentacles burst through the ground and grip your body. It pulls you about, but you resist as much as you can. You remember the knife that you had at the struggle to bring it. With success, you hold the knife and begin to cut away at the bandages behind you. The room vibrates as you do cut. The creature inwardly takes a moment to take your breath. Come to the divide. Which do? Go to right. A path comes to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. The light rests on a corpse that seems to have been here for a while. For some reason, you feel it enter your heart. You gaze upon the flower, sure that the flower will ease the prospector. There's something special about this flower. I have that flower now, so I should be good. I will go left. I'm going to save here, and then I'm going to load my game here, because I want to die real quick to whatever this thing is. Go right. Not sure what you could do. You do everything you miss something. Your body begins to grow weak. Suddenly feel yourself pulled to the ground. You are dragged into a ragdoll. It's not long before the creature devours your body, leaving nothing of you behind. Your adventure ends here. Nice. Good to know. Okay, I am back here. Now I go left. Go right, clearly. Struggle forward as the way before you becomes completely dark. You notice that there is a light off in the distance, and you continue to make your way forward. Eventually, you make it into something, some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that it wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There's a little, there being a little nothing in the room, you decide to move through the doorway. Find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn about to discover that in each direction there is a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floors, the corners of the room. Notice that there are several markings on the door and the floor, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Okay. Inspect the supplies, which is where I'm going to save, because this should be saved. 26 minutes in. Okay. You walk about the room, browsing through the dust-covered storage. You find some rope in one of the boxes. It feels strong and touch and has several minimal wears. You decide to take it. Okay. Arm with a large hole. There are other objects in the room, but none of them interest you. We'll continue. Move forward into the darkness. Oh my god! I'm stuck here again. Okay, enter the door behind me. Walk into the steps. Enter a large room. The air is polluted with dust. Spider webs cover the ceiling. Where should you go now? The far door. Struggle to move. It appears to be a spider's den. The air is thick and the room is a mess. Nothing else. There's a key on the ground. Oh, okay. Giant enemy spider. Okay, before you can even act, a large spider from above no doubt is hungry. Without hesitation, the spider attacks. You pull up your knife and stab the spider where you can. Unfortunately, the knife doesn't scare the spider and it bites you with ease. You begin feeling to lose all feeling in your body and the body. Your adventure goes here. Sam doesn't save you in this story. Thank you, game. Okay, so what was that? The middle door? No, I went to the door behind me. Full of metal cages before you, the hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages is locked. You said there's an animal in the cage to your left, but from the dark stains on its fur, it is dead. Cautiously walk down the hallway and enter a room with 2 cells. Before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move and you surely end you. Pull your knife and prepare for an attack. The dog reacts and starts to growl at you. The hound dashes and sinks his teeth in you, even with the knife. You are merely the cute beast. Do not survive your painful death. Okay, I died instantly. Nice to know. Apparently, I already had that ending, which is weird because I didn't think I did. I'll go upstairs. Discover what looks to be a private library. There's a passageway before you, looking at the bookcase left to right. Browse the books. Take a moment to look at the books. Some of them catch your eye. Raw power. Yeah, I don't really care, honestly. I'll read the books for fun. How about that? Pillar of stone. It said that these stones are lined up in a special way, often organized in a pattern. Notice a circle would be a stone or two for a keystone. Okay. Save in this corner. You walk up more stairs. You pause as you notice a stone carving of a person praying on the attached wall. There's something odd about it, but you can't put your finger on it. With caution, you continue up the stairs. You enter a strange room with a large globe centered about the room. There are windows that let this shine through. You notice that there's a chest resting against the wall to the right. You also notice that there is another passageway to the previous one. I want to inspect the globe. You study the globe. Various markings scattered across the globe. It takes you a moment, but you find a marking where you are an hour more. You notice that there are some hand-drawn markings within the area made with black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author in these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings on other areas around the globe. Approaching the chest, you notice that the lock is fastened. There is no key to unlock it, so you decide to leave it alone. Now we'll continue forward. Climb the stairs to the wall, ending your path above the end of the doorway to the hatch. Open the hatch. You open the hatch and pull yourself up. You notice that you're top of the tower before you is the stone of the power resting upon the altar of the rock. Dark vines have entangled the structure as if it were feeding off the emerging stone. Your body begins to tremble as you stand before the stone. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone is sapping your energy. Destroy the stone. This may be the only chance you approach the stone and grasp into it. You lose sight, feeling immediately as your hands begin to be glued to the stone. Your life is drained. We saw this in the you have no power here. And the flower now. So I should be able to go on the left, go to the grass, inspect the grave. Gives a spirit. The spirit grabs the flower as your hand is extended to it. You feel a subtle breeze below you. The figure fades. The flower. Faint whispers, "I'm free at last." You feel the sense of relief within you. So grab the sword. You now wield a special sword. Now I can go back to the right and then fight the giant enemy spider. I think, because the spider holds a key that I can take. Right, or... Without hesitation, the spider attacks you. You pull out your sword and stab the spider as it lunges. Over and over again, you stab the monster each time it squeals in pain. The spider flees to the darkness overhead. You hear it motioning about. You notice the key on the ground before your feet. Before more trouble happens, you quickly grab the key and make your escape. You feel you got what you need. There is no reason to go back in that room again. Yes, and now I can go... Where can I go? I can go downstairs, which I will then save again here, because I've already done what I wanted to do. Can I go in the middle door and fight the thing now? Hold on. Pull it started immediately, the hound gets aggressive. I still lose to the hound. Okay, good to know, good to know. We know that now. Oh, I can grab the coin now! I have a rope! Oh, I'm so stupid! Oh, I'm so stupid. I can get the coin now. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna save. I can go down the path, which means I can inspect the well, which then means I can grab the coin, which means I don't die. Make the fountain. Pull the coin you found and toss it into the water of the fountain. Coin disappears with a subtle splash. The coin then fizzes and quickly returns to a lifeless state. Surely this must mean something. What did I do? What did I do? But I can't, I'm gonna go upstairs, I guess. That's what I can do. Just don't do anything stupid to get myself killed. That's what I'll do. No, don't quick load. Save here. Return. Skip. Upstairs. Skip. Move forward. Skip. Open chest. Approaching the chest, you notice the lock is fastened to it. With a key you found earlier, you try to open it with the lock. Kingston opens the chest. You discover a small wooden harp resting on a linen cloth. That's mine now. You take the harp. Okay, I should be done here. I should be done entirely in this area. Like, flat out. I should be... I have everything. So I have an idea. Sure what is going on, you think there's a way to tune the beast. Suddenly remember you have a harp from earlier. With the harp in your hand, you pluck the strings. Soothe calm comes near you as you listen. The unicorn comes in view and stops before you. The unicorn glares at you and begins to hear a faint voice in your head. Human, have ear for my words. A great evil has gripped these lands, and it has rendered me powerless. You must find some way to stop it. I wish I could help you, but without my full power, I can do little. Fate of this land. Before you can speak, the unicorn turns away. You realize that you are alone in complete quest of yours. This is no longer about saving your farm. You must save the whole land of the darkness. You turn back the question. A faint trail comes to an end. There was a stones. Okay. What? I think I have to go fight that fish. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's what makes sense in my head. Somehow I have to go fight the fish. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna go fight the fish. With haste! Just as it gets in range, you throws your sword at the top of the mouth. The sword penetrates and goes through the forehead of the fish. Okay, it's dead. You pull the sword out, but the fish is no longer a threat. You grab. Holding it in your hands, you feel it vibrate with the energy that break loose. It must be very important. Okay. We now must continue along the trail and then inspect the pillars. The orb, it now lights up with a glow. The light surrounding the change. Ground is no longer grass, and newly discovered the floor appears to be very old, as if crafted by somebody long ago. Looking onward, the fountain of light. There seems to be no beginning or end. The power is steady. You're amused by such light. Approach the light. Rays of light brush about you as if they are seeking to break away from home. You feel energy flow and struggle. Your body begins to glow endlessly as you burn from the inside and out. You're blinded with the glow. You dissolve before it. Your body becomes your adventure unfolded. Whoops! I didn't know that was an achievement, and I died. Oops. Oh, the door on the right. I think it has something to do with the door in the middle. There's something here that's going on. You pull out the harp and you begin to pluck the strings. Now it begins to wag its tail. To your surprise, the beast walks away as if it were charmed. You never gave it much thought. The powerful music. It's the one on the left. You open the door and find a skeleton positioned at the corner of the room. There is also a bed with some chains attached to the wall. You have no doubt that this individual was locked up for some long time. Inspecting the skeleton, you notice a ring on the bone of the fingers. Faint glow, as if it were magical. You take the ring. It's a perfect fit. Seeing that there's nothing of interest here, you leave the cell. Several markings on the door of the floor so much scare you. Get a bad feeling about this place. Well, I know. I was here just a second ago. I saved here, so it's fine. You enter the cell on the right. You see a wooden table on the side. Some debris in the wall. Large hole in the corner of the room. See nothing special. You motion towards the hole. You discover a passageway on the ground. Unfortunately, all you can see is fallen rocks. Seeing that there is little for you to do, you go back to where you came. Inspect the pillars. I now should be able to walk through the light just fine. Light intrigues you. You walk towards it. You remember that the ring you have brought and found at this point. Your hand trembles as the light flows into it. Before you can think, the ring begins to burn and you stumble back. Light shines brightly from the ring. You notice a subtle warmth as it is observed. You feel that you could you're accomplished. It must be done here. You pick up the orb. Okay, so I'm just gonna inspect the pillars. I think I can kill this now. You stretch forth your fist, pointing to the ring and the stone. You could feel the resistance of the stone tries to defend itself. You try to keep hope and focus on the ring. A burst of light shoots out of the ring, penetrating the stone. You feel the very air shake about the ground beneath you if it begins to vibrate. The ring becomes heavier and holds in place, but you know what it is. Know it's working. You feel confidence and a sense of joy sweep over you. The light intensifies, nearly blinding you. The ground beneath you shakes violently as if the tower itself was trying to stop you. A little fear in you becomes powerless as you focus your task. Everything goes white, blinding you completely. A weird sensation comes over you, and you feel as light as feather. You begin to feel a tingling sensation as you all over your body. The feeling suddenly flees your body as you find yourself motionless. Everything is cold. Your ability to concentrate begins to leave you. You open your eyes, witnessing what is left of the tower. You begin to feel something. Warmth, light is coming back. You lack the strength to talk to the unicorn, and it comes into view. The light emanates from the horn of its head. All you can do is smile as the creature approaches you. The light intensifies. You may have saved the land, but the unicorn has come to save you. Your adventure ends here. All unicorn and rainbows. Huh. So that brings up an idea. There's one ending I still haven't gotten. So the unicorn saves me in the end. But if I... What if I just skip that? Go to the crops. Go right. Back away from the store. And... We never talked to the unicorn. Even though your adventure ends here, you accomplished what you set out to do. It is finished. That is the end. Okay, so basically it ends the same way, except the unicorn saved us. Because we visited and talked to the unicorn. Anyways, that took way longer than I thought it would. I thought I would come back to this game because there were some endings that I were missing, and I knew the concept of the game was to die over and over and over again. So I thought the endings would be quick. They were not, but I did it all in one video, and I did it years later. So that's done. It is over. Disturbed all endings. I got them all. I did guide my way through some of them because this is a confusing game, and I'm not even sure how to handle most of this stuff, but whatever. Hey, I got all the achievements. I'm happy. It's another game marked down. It's a free-to-play game, but it's still marked down as done. I hope you guys enjoyed this journey with me. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this one. It's an hour and a minute long. Dear Lord. I thought this would be quicker, honestly speaking, but hey. I hope you guys enjoyed whatever this text adventure game nonsense was, because I didn't intend... I thought it would be quick, so I thought it would be make for a fun little quick video about a horror game where you die over and over again, but I was wrong. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know... it's funny that I'm coming back to these games that I played in 2017. Both of these games that I played recently on the channel, Blameless and now this one, both in 2017. But I thought it'd be fun to beat it. So here I am. Anyways, I play random games on the channel all the time, if you couldn't tell. If you got a suggestion what we play, please leave down in the comment section below. I know I have playthroughs. I do play them at some times, if I feel like it. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.